which ones need the full amount of your energy in the now? Which ones are the priority? For me, it's the 4 pillars that are the priority. Adequate sleep, adequate nourishment, adequate physical activity. And I used to say fulfilling social relationships, but now, you know what I'm going to call it? I think I'm going to call the 4th pillar, instead of fulfilling social relationships, it's going to be healthy conversations. Because to be honest, that is the shit that heals you. I believe in conversational healing. I believe that you could talk to somebody that's a complete and utter stranger, and if you're doing it right, there's a lot of ingredients to that from my perspective, but one of the crux of it is several ingredients, which is the wholeheartedness, the transparency, the vulnerability, the thoughtfulness, the mindfulness. It becomes, you feel one with the person when you do it like that. When you're authentic, when you are really dedicated to listening to them as much as you are communicating to them. There's a healing thing that goes on, and it's beautiful. And so I'm gonna call that 4th pillar now, because it's not even about, relationships are great, and you should have that in your relationships, but I have to admit that you don't even need to be close with somebody to have that kind of conversation. And that kind of conversation in and of itself can be very fulfilling. Now, on a more consistent basis, just to do things with other people, friendship is dope. Just to be in proximity to other people. There's something therapeutic and beautiful about just doing nothing with somebody. Absolutely nothing. There's something beautiful and nice about that. My dog just wants to be in my vicinity, in my presence at all times, for the most part. Oh, clingy ass. But I mean, it's cute and it's pure and it's beautiful. Like, she just wants to be around, you know? She's not being demanded. She's like, I just like to be around you, daddy. Okay, moving on. Yo, meditation, though, is probably something that I don't ever say things like this, but meditation might seriously have saved my life. Not even kidding. And what I mean by that is, I ain't saying that I was gonna jump off a cliff or nothing, but I'm saying that, like, as far as like self-destructing and even in a natural way, because although people might not be killing themselves, but they're killing themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard as fuck. I will say, I used to be, man, back in my Christian days, especially, you know, not even just in my Christian days. Before I had as much responsibility, and when I was really just all about me and pursuing my pleasure, I really judged those who would get like shit face and stuff, because I'm like, you know, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that to be stable. But I still had my own version of the shit face. I was thinking about this earlier, man. How like the way that I'd have this tunnel vision. It'd be sex, gotta get sex. Tunnel vision with video games. Be on the online gaming for hours and hours and hours, and which I would love one day to get back to it. I really would. It's been a few years since I played an online game. But there's something beautiful to it. I think I can handle it now, but I can't afford to, psychologically speaking, I can't afford to do that right now. But, because it's gonna knock me off the path a bit. But, I had my own versions of those things. I would lose myself in something, and it was for the sake of kind of, I'm not even gonna say running away from, because here's the thing. I used to think that any emptiness, and this is why I'm glad that I see things. I'm so thankful for the tools and whatnot that I have now, because it wasn't helpful that I thought this way and that I was this religious. I used to think that any emptiness that I had and any emptiness that other people had was due to purely a spiritual deficiency. I used to think that you all you need to do is have your heart in the right place at all times, and you'll never feel off, you'll never feel unstable, you'll never feel profoundly dissatisfied. It's a spiritual emptiness. That's what I used to think. And some people still feel that way. People who aren't even religious, they think all you need to do is get your heart right. While I think that is a huge part of it, it is a huge part to being fulfilled and stable. There is to me, a chemical side, and a psychological side that the way we think, or thinking itself, is extremely damaging. Just you comparing just what seems so insignificant, what seems so harmless, something that's just done so ubiquitously. You go on social media and you see somebody and they look so beautiful to you, so handsome to you, or their house looks so great, or whatever it is, or their life, whatever, it looks awesome to you. And it could be consciously or unconsciously. There's something that goes on which makes you feel inferior in comparison to them. By the way, I just want to say, about jealousy and envy, that I shouldn't brag about this. Never mind. Fuck. Well, now I'm talking. I don't feel like editing this. See, well, all I was about to do is say is that, because you know why I'm going to brag about this? This is why I was going to brag about it. Because look, I have a lot of shit wrong with me, right? A lot of shit wrong with me. In a lot of inclinations that feel involuntary and that are unhealthy, in all things considered. But one thing I can honestly say that I've never had to wrestle with or struggle with, I want to congratulate my brain on this. But one thing I can honestly say, I've never felt naturally, I've never felt jealousy and envy. Those are things that I just don't feel. I may have felt them in like a micro dose, but at here and there maybe. But fortunately, it's not something that I ever. Here's the thing. I will admit, like, it's not something I ever had. It's not because I made some kind of conscious decision either. It's not because I did some kind of psychological maneuver. What I'm saying is that considering all my natural shortcomings, it's a natural. This one is a natural strength. It's a natural strength. Jealousy and envy, I never had to personally deal with that. You know why? You know why? And this is, whatever, fuck, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going all over the place. You know why I never had to do it? Because I was thinking about this. Like, why don't I feel jealousy and envy and stuff? Like, why? Like, why don't I look at somebody and think, I wish I was them, or man, they're in such a better position than me? And it's because truly, I don't think that they're just that fucking happy as other people do. I don't believe it. Or rather, and I don't believe that being in their body is going to be more fun than necessarily being in my body. Like, seriously, it might be delusion. Like, it might be like, I'm actually tripping. Like, I don't want to put my brain in Brad Pitt's body or Idris Elba's body. I don't want to be them. And it's crazy, actually, a little bit. Because, like, why not fucking be them? But maybe it's this prideful thing, and I've always had it. I had some fucking audacity as a kid, man. I had these big ass bifocals, for real, the bifocals, and I was like a little scrawny little fuck, but I had a very strong sense of self, and it did have to do with my familiar upbringing. I was the last. You know what it was? I looked at everybody around me. I thought everybody was just awesome in comparison to everybody else. I guess I looked at my family, and I was the youngest, and I'm just observing things. To me, people were smart. People were beautiful. And I felt like perhaps I came from good stock. And maybe it gave me pride. Maybe it gave me a sense of security. Maybe it gave me a sense of confidence. And I carried it. My parents' financial security definitely gave me a sense of confidence. When I went to school with so many people who lived in poverty, I was like, oh, shit, we are in a very special and privileged position. And so but then again, I never give a fuck. You could do is no, I was never like, yo, I got this money. I never had no fucking money like that. I would pay for dinner to go out with my friends, my fucking male friends, which was like an uncommon thing. It'd be like, hey, y'all want to go out to eat? And that's what I would do with my money. We go to like a nice restaurant or something. It's just, I don't know why I have. See, I think some people just got shit. There's some people that are just fearless for whatever reason. There's some people that are very naturally perceptive. Some people are just naturally whatever. We all have our natural flaws and we all have our natural strengths. And I guess I'm being congratulatory to myself because I'm so self fucking deprecating. And I'm just saying that I can honestly say that I've never looked at someone and was like, I wish I was like, or just looked at them with resentment, like, oh, if only I could be them. If only. No, I don't want to be you. I like being me, shit. And like, if someone offered me a chance to have a whole nother face, like no, I don't want another fucking face. I feel like it's, and I guess it's easy for me to say, due to like, again, it might be like a form of delusion in a way. And then to that, you're like, no, you being comfortable stuff, you loving your face, loving your body, loving your mind or who you are, for better or worse. Like, that's not, cause don't get me wrong, I fucking hate myself. I mean, I don't hate myself. There's many times where I hate certain aspects of myself, and then therefore it led to me hating myself in its entirety. But then even that, I was using that as a propelling force, and I wrote about that recently on my Instagram, how I'm trying to do that less now. But hate, I'm not a negative reinforcement guy when it's coming from somebody else, but when it's coming from me, cause I feel like I know when it's really laziness, or I know when, it's sometimes not even about laziness. I know when, like, even if it hurts, or even if it's really hard, if that's the reason why I'm not pursuing something, like, you need to do it anyway, you need to force yourself. And so I will hate that I'm not putting one foot in front of the other, and I'll be like, I fucking hate you, fucking, like, I'm not saying that's good. It works for me sometimes, though. It works for me. And if it doesn't work for you, cool. I don't believe that we should be telling each other that. If you tell yourself that, fine. I don't believe that we should be like, then again, I don't know. Sometimes motherfucker needs to be told that they are fucking stupid. But, moving on. And again, by the way, my belief is stupid and dumb. I don't think that it's like, if I say someone's stupid or dumb, I don't believe that it's a permanent thing. I don't believe, because again, I think I'm stupid and dumb. It's a fight to not be so stupid and dumb. This shit popped up again. What you doing? Yo, this thing is, because there's so many times when I record it and like shit just fucks up and it's like, you know? But I don't know what that's about right there. That's this pop up. I hope it's recording. 20 minutes already. Time flies by when you're spewing verbal diarrhea. Yo, I'm trying to get to the meditation part though. What am I talking about? I started bragging about my fucking immunity to jealousy and shit. And also I say that because people be presuming some shit, bro. I know people have definitely presumed that there's some, you know what it is? I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna just outright fucking say it. I'm gonna straight up say it. It's the cliche, it's the stereotype that the less successful, quote unquote, and this again, I don't look at success the same way. I really don't, and it's genuine. That's why it helps me too. But the less successful person, I'm like the black sheep of my family, like real shit. And you could probably guess this. I'm like the black sheep of the world, and so fucking. You presume that person in that position must have some envy, must have some jealousy to it. Man, I swear I honestly feel like I've been so lucky that it's absurd. I've been so fortunate and spoiled that I don't deserve shit. No matter how much, man, you might hear me complain like a dog some point, man. You might hear me just complain about everything in the world. Just know that simultaneously, while I'm complaining, I also know in every part of my mind and every part of my heart that, like, I ain't got no right to complain. I have no right. I feel I am so crazy thankful when I just have hot water and food and shelter, because I don't feel like I deserve these things more than all the people that never had them or don't have them at this time. And I really believe, I really acknowledge in my mind all of the sufferers, all the children in on the fucking, all the children who are terminally ill, all the people who are starving still, slavery still going on in certain parts of the world, women being treated like just straight up livestock and whatnot. Come on, what the fuck I got to complain about? Like, truly, profoundly. I can't. It just doesn't make sense to me. And so when I see somebody who has a surplus of stuff, it's like, cool. A surplus of shit don't mean shit. At this point, I want security for the people around me and people that care about me. And I want security for myself just so I don't have to work for these dumb fucks. But, as far as like wanting more because more is better, no, I don't believe that at all. How many people do we need to see kill themselves who are rich before we acknowledge that, you know what, maybe money don't solve everything? Money does solve a lot of shit. Money does alleviate a lot of stress, no doubt. But a lot of people are also playing this game. They're keeping up with the Joneses. That also makes a lot of stress. And here's the thing. I may not have taken a vow of poverty, but I've taken a vow of honesty. And my vow of honesty may lead to poverty. But it's like, I gotta be real, man. Like, having a lot of shit don't do nothing for me. Having anything doesn't do anything for me. My happiness, my fulfillment starts within me, and it could be achieved through just purely meditation. Something which I have not done once yet in this supposed video that's going to be titled Meditation with Marcus number 4. Haven't meditated once. Welcome. But yeah. Well, you know what? How long it's been? It's been 24 minutes. And it's all black and shit. The video is probably gonna look horrible because there's no light in here. And that's my fault because I am incompetent. But yo, thanks for listening. Love y'all. I'm gonna try to make more videos because I want to, actually. This is actually enjoy doing this. Wow. I think I'm starting to enjoy talking. Interesting. If you're not on my Instagram, go on my Instagram. And then, yo, hit the like. Yo, show me love. You know, honestly, the words of encouragement that I get, that shit really does fuel me. Like, it's not even, I tell you what, I'm not even talking about like compliments. Like just saying, I'm not saying I'm feeding off a compliment. I'm saying like when people message me and they sincerely are like, yo, I love what you're doing. And they imply that they're getting some benefit from it. That does make me do this. One of the reasons why I'm recording consistently is because I've gotten messages recently. That's a beautiful thing, man. And I appreciate that. But don't try to make me have a fucking conversation every single time. You know what I'm saying? Yo, don't try to hold me hostage with your appreciation, okay? Nah, that's some human shit, because I've done that to people before, too. In the past, anyway. Well, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, namaste, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, namaste, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. When I was a young lad, we were fighting for it. When I saw my goal